Howdy dorks. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Hello. How's it going? It's Unchatter. It's Dwarf Fortress. You know the drill. I think you know the drill. Hi Bailey Creative. Hi Jexwing. Hi whoever else in VODland, in Lurkland, wherever you are right now, I say hello. Because I want to. How's it going? I'm in a weird mood. Aside from, like, work stuff, the only thing I've done today is watch, like, a 30-minute long video by CoffeeZilla about gambling, and then, like, the first half of a Hank Green video about AI. And so I'm in a great mood. The world is great, isn't it? Isn't everything great right now? But we're gonna not think about that right now, and we're gonna think about how great things are for our kobolds on a glacier. Things are also going great here. We spent some time. I'm gonna go insane today. I'm just a prediction for today. I'm gonna go off the rails today. To teach some AIs to gamble. You know what? That might actually solve some things. That they'll cancel each other out, right? In the last couple of streams, we've been doing some science. We've mostly been finding out ways to not do things. I have ideas of things that I want to do in this fortress, and the game keeps telling me no. But we're gonna keep trying. I have a couple more half ideas. We'll see. In particular, I think we can make ice, right? We should be able to make ice. I have one last idea for that. We had an idea last time about steam. I want to make steam. Ideally, I want to make steam, but I don't know if there's a really good way for us to make steam at the kind of scale that I want to do. But we're gonna keep poking at things. We're gonna keep being kobolds. We're gonna keep having polar bear friends. We're gonna keep adopting friends as they come in. We're gonna deal with what this game gives us, because that's all you can do. All you can do is deal with what life gives you, right? Right? Sometimes you can hack it a little bit, but mostly you just have to deal with it. So we're gonna continue dealing with it. Today's episode is brought to you by the stars. Awfully crossed these days, and by viewers like you, clicking on all the buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord, all that good stuff. I appreciate being here. I think I need to get... If I do that... No, not quite. Or no, it's like this other way. There we go. The auto detection has gotten quite sensitive, so the catnip sausage has to be in a specific corner for it to detect properly. Anyway, we're gonna come over here. We're gonna load up our game. I backed up my save, right? I think I backed up my save. Try to back up a save every stream. I've been pretty diligent about it. I'm pretty sure I did it last time. But yeah, how's all you? How's your week been? How's the chaos? Hopefully not too chaotic. Here we are. So here's our failed ice machine. My gosh, I'm just gonna unpause. Because our fortress itself has been going fine. We have a trader, we have elves here. We haven't traded for like the last year. I don't know if we're gonna change that. We have a bunch of booze. Look at all our booze. Our pots aren't magma safe, right? I guess some stone would be and some stone wouldn't be. So someone mentioned having a barrel full of liquid submerged in magma and that creating steam? And I was thinking we'd have to make like iron barrels or something, but we could actually just make magma safe pots. Couldn't we? That is a thought that I'm having right this moment. Because we have some magma safe stone here. I think. If we look at our boulders, it is mostly a sedimentary layer here, but we should have got a bunch of coal. Brimstone? Is brimstone magma safe? Orthoclase definitely is, and kaolinite. But I want to save the kaolinite for other things. I guess we could make porcelain pots? Can you make porcelain pots? But I think orthoclase is going to be the more straightforward answer there. Let's look. I'm going to look at the magma safe list again real quick. Salt, calcite, gabbro. Gabbro's usually in big layers, right? Olivine, orthoclase. Sandstone. Sandstone is magma safe? Sandstone is magma safe. Since when? I kind of assumed all the sedimentary layer rocks would be not magma safe. That's interesting. And talc? Talc is magma safe, apparently. Oh, and nether cap. We have nether cap. What if we made nether cap? Can you make wooden pots? I guess you'd make barrels. You'd make nether cap barrels. That's an interesting thought. But of course, it would like, I don't know if anything could boil inside a nether cap. Words. Nether cap barrel. Because the barrel itself would stay cold. That's an interesting thought. I don't think that's going to be what helps us here. We have wood, but like logs. Logs. Bunch of imported logs, and then probably just a couple. We got tower cap, we got nether cap, tunnel tube, spore trees. Okay. So we have that, but I guess I'm gonna make some pots. I'm gonna make some magma safe pots. Out of... We do have sandstone. Sandstone is magma safe? It says sandstone is magma safe. I find that so surprising. Where is it? Oh, it's here. Okay. Well, we can get in here, I think. I attempted to make this all sealed, but then it's all just draining. I don't think this will kill anyone. And yeah, we're getting growth up here, but not down here. This I find strange. This is sandstone floor. This is sandstone floor. This was our first attempt at a pasture. Clearly this wasn't going to work the way I thought it did. And this is our actual farm. But mostly... I mean, honestly, I don't think we even need to get in there, right? Obviously, when we open this door, we're gonna, like, flush someone down. That shouldn't be too dangerous. I guess we could also see there might be other layers with sandstone as well. Like this. This is just sandstone. And this is damp. There's no getting around that, is there? It's gonna be damp. Well, this is sandstone. Does that mean there's aquifer on this layer? I think it does. I think we're gonna do here. There's nothing immediately above and nothing immediately below. So we'll just assume that everything is fine. I'm going to turn on damp dig. And we're going to dig. And we have two legendary miners. So we'll let them work on that. Clearly that that worked out well. Though this is all sandstone. Oh, this is because I smoothed it. It looks different because I smoothed it, of course. So this is all sandstone. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna say we're gonna make rock pot. Just do 10 out of sandstone. Make me 10 sandstone pots. We're gonna do that. Hello, Anthric. How's it going? Our other project over here was a way to make ice. I just want to make ice. It feels like it should not be difficult, but it has been. Dorklurk and Dwarf Fortress. Forcus. We did. I mean, so for whatever else we've done, this is an effective way to desalinate water, right? We have ocean here, salt water, going down this U-bend and then coming back up, and then in this little spot here, it's fresh water. So we have a really easy access to fresh water without having to actually use a pump. So I find that kind of interesting. I think what I want to do here, I think I want to disassemble some of this. So I'm going to take down... Right? Did that work? I want to disassemble this floor here. The Unsaltinator. Breaking Bad theme ice. Oh yeah, there you go. Different kind of ice. Still, maybe similar color. Now what I'm thinking we want to do. So if we can, so we have this little basin here, right? We have a big bowl, kind of elevated a couple layers up into the air, right? And we were finding that water was freezing at a certain layer, right? This water doesn't freeze, but on this layer it does freeze, and on this layer it freezes. And I know that water does freeze inside buckets, but I'm also of the impression that it takes time for that to happen. I don't know how much time that is, but I think what I want to do, maybe there's no floor there, maybe this is all just wall. Let's do like this. We're gonna get rid of those three. Make sure we don't murder anyone this time. Oh, hydrate. I have tea. But I think what I'm gonna do, I think I want to make a well here and make the top of the well at this level so that someone could literally fill a bucket with water here and go 2 steps and dump it. And then maybe they'll be able to dump it in here before it freezes. Maybe? That's the hope. That's the dream. Use a pose that counts? Tea doesn't count as hydrating? Oh, they can't get in there. Duh. Let's do this. Right? Okay. We'll just... I don't wanna collapse something. I really don't want to collapse something right now. Also, you're still naked? Is this you? Or no, this is you with babies. These are our 2 new babies. We have 2 more babies. And this is a different group even. This isn't the same mother as our other babies. So that's cool. We have a second baby producing couple here. Oh, the miner we killed was your lover. And now you're a lover with the stockkeeper. Okay. Oops. My bad. Okay, so now I can get rid of that one. And then these, well, I guess that's... That's a slope. Yeah. No, I'm gonna... Oh, right, and then that's over the door. Okay. So I'm gonna leave all of our pumps here. I guess we can leave this too. I mostly... I mean, this is like floating in air here. I don't know if it actually matters. I'd kind of rather get rid of it, but I don't know if it actually matters. What we're gonna do is build a little wall, or not a wall, but a floor. Oh, do we need more shale blocks again? We're gonna do like this. We're just gonna build a well directly over this little pool here. Right, we're gonna do a little well. Sure, it can be shale. I guess it doesn't really matter the bucket that we use, right? I guess I want them to move quickly. So like a willow bucket would be great. But that's going to be like the bucket that we're using to go up and down. So this probably doesn't matter at all. We're just going to do that. I'm going to start with one well as a proof of concept. Maybe what I want to do... I'm going to put a little floor here. Let's make like a little bucket stockpile. Because if this works, it's going to work because of speed. And this is going to be much more manual than I would love it to be, but right now we're looking for something that's possible. Made our pots. We've attained general familiarity with giant polar bear training methods. I love it. I love it. All the dogs. Cool. The well is operational. Perfect. And someone's going to come over and finish this for us. So now the main thing is that I don't want people going in here. So the danger here is that if a person is in the water when it freezes, they die. Right? They just straight up die. Buckets of, I guess, whatever type. Buckets go here. I don't know that any will actually show up here. I guess we should find our other... where the other buckets go. Oh, now it's... because we're doing this. Yep, good. Good. Okay, we'll deal with that too. Deal with that too. The buckets live here. Buckets live here. I'm going to say that our upstairs inputs from here. Buckets. And then I'm going to try not to flood our fortress. Do I just smooth? It's like, it's all aquifer. It's just all aquifer. Fantastic. Fantastic. I mean, that's what I asked for. Actually, what I'm gonna do... we're gonna dig each of these all the way to the edge. Luckily, our map isn't gigantic. I think we're on a 3x3 this time. We're just gonna go like this. This one will take a minute, obviously. Just dig all of that, and then we're gonna put doors in here. We're gonna have this drain out instead of down. Did that already happened? Wow, okay. So we're gonna smooth and then carve fortifications in each of these sides. There you go. And just poke some holes in there. Cool. That's ultimately all we need to do. We'll still get some drippage as people go in and out of these doors, but that's fine. We've had things dripping this whole time. Did you what? Wow, really? Okay. Cool. And then fortifications there. Made short work of that. Okay, smooth there. And then fortifications there. That one's gonna happen. That already happened. Look at this. Look at our productive little fortress here. Okay, that will prevent the flooding. That's the important part. Now we have buckets. Look at this. Okay. Now. I'm tempted to, like, prevent them from using this stairwell. I'm just gonna straight up put a floor over this. Must remove construction. Really? What about just a hatch? I can lock a hatch. Just do that. Oh, no, it's summer. Because I don't want someone to be walking through the pit and then get water dumped on their head and end up encased in ice and dead, right? I would prefer to avoid that. So we're gonna start with, like, as simple as possible. I'm gonna start with, like, one square and see if we can actually pour water from here to here. That's question number one. Okay, so now we can lock this. So, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna designate a pond just right in this corner. And we're gonna see what happens. Still got some puffins. Oh, we've even caught another polar bear. Sure. We are training our animal trainer very slowly. Curious if anyone is filling pond. Okay. We have one person coming to fill a pond. Perfect. Somewhere. Oh, I saw someone. Okay. Nope, you were storing an item. Okay. Is it you? You were filling a pond, you were hauling a bucket, so you clearly grabbed a bucket from somewhere else. Your bucket has water in it. So, I mean, well, this is a good test because you clearly filled your water bucket downstairs. Be happy. And it has so far not frozen. So we're just gonna go, we're gonna go frame by frame here. And I wanna see what actually happens. So if it freezes in the bucket, then that's cool. I'm gonna come up to the edge here. There we go. So you have dumped the water. So we have one tile of water in this corner. And then a tick later it freezes. Wow, okay. And you're just gonna drop the bucket and then leave, right? Or no, you're still gonna, oh, you still have a filled pond. So I was curious about this. Because our pond is only this one tile. So you're gonna, where are you gonna drop this water? See, I'm kind of worried about this because if you drop water and it like splashes into you, you could murder yourself with ice? I don't know, we're gonna watch this. Who is this? You're a stonecrafter? Grandmaster Stonecarver. Okay, I want to watch this. So we're filling a bucket. Maybe? You grabbed a bucket. Are you not? The bucket is full. So where are you going? Huh? You're going to this other well to fill your bucket, and now you're gonna go drink. You dropped the bucket. There's just a bucket of water there. Cool. What, pray tell, is a shiny? A shiny is the jewelry. This is a shiny. Now that I'm very shiny. I've been slowly building a collection. I have some rings. I have some bracelets. I have a bunch of necklaces. I have some earrings that I haven't been wearing because I have to because changing earrings is a pain in the butt. But I have a bunch of jewelry that I've been accumulating either from secondhand sources like thrift stores, or from local artists. I have a couple things that are new, but like not from big industry places. So every time that goal is met, it's like a recurring goal. Every time it's met, I add some new jewelry to the pool. That's what a shiny is. Also, a shiny is where's my emotes? My emotes. Why does this not show me my emotes? Huh? I'm confused. I don't see my emotes in my thing here now. Oh, that was not what I meant. Anyway, there is a shiny emote as well. Okay, now how do I get this to go away? Can I just... No, stop. Close. Oh my gosh. There we go. Yeah, there it is. Thank you. I don't know what's up with OBS today. Let's keep an eye up here. Someone's gonna try, right? So now here you are again. This is someone different. But you are hauling a bucket. The bucket is not currently filled with water. So you just placed a bucket. Got it. So we also have to keep an eye, so if they placed a bucket full of water in this stockpile, I think it would freeze. I think it would eventually freeze. Okay, I'm curious if anyone's even gonna try now. Fill pond. So you're gonna grab a bucket from here. Interesting. So they're gonna try to grab the bucket from the the spot closest to them when they grab the job, right? And then you're not... Maybe they're failing to fill the bucket because, or fill the pond because that square is full, but it doesn't get checked until they fill a bucket. I'm gonna say that that's what's going on here. So I'm gonna take our zone, and we're just gonna go like this. I wonder what that will do. Or I should probably even, like, remove this tile. Is anyone... Someone is filling. We'll just wait here for them. Oh, look, it is the humans. So here you are, and then you did that. Okay. I worry about that too. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put a hatch here. I guess if there's only one person going at a time, that's not too scary. The main thing is if like one person is filling and another person's coming in to like grab a bucket or something. But if there's only ever one person here, then maybe it's okay. I do wish they would use this well. Oh, here comes you. Okay, oh, and then the dogs. Hilarious. But see, now someone needs to come grab the bucket. It's gonna be stuff like that. So they are successfully moving along this, right? So yeah, that would be dangerous. That could potentially be bad if that was timed very poorly. As it is, I think this is okay. As long as they deal with their buckets afterward. But how do I get them to use this? This would go so much faster if they could just fill from here. As it is, they have to go back downstairs every single time. Well, proof of concept, we can make ice in a very painful manual fashion. This at least works. Jeez. So then, yeah, come and grab the buckets. And then we take our zone and go like that. I'm gonna also, I want to get rid of this. Makes ice and builds character at the same time. True. They do have to, like, spend some time outside to make this work. Okay. So now there's this random slope here, which we can't really reach, but I guess we could reach it once we get over there. The humans want diplomacy. The world is the same as ever. I'm going to continue asking for instruments because why not? We have continued making goods. Oh my gosh, we are making goods. We're just gonna bring a handful of bins here. And call it a trade. Right, 3, 2, 1. And perfect. Okay. So let's collapse bins. We can do that, right? Basically just grabs everything but the bins themselves, because I'm keeping the bins. The bins are mine. Don't care about rope. Let's grab these instruments. Some of these are worth a bit. Oh dear, okay. I can do like that. Oh wow, okay, so we're close. Yeah. Clearly we could do more, but I'm not gonna worry about it. We got a bunch of other stuff. Whatever. Let's trade. Seems ecstatic, I bet you are. Okay. I want to keep an eye on this. If it kills someone, I want to watch it. How would I get them to use this well? I don't know how that would actually work. Because wells are automatically set as a water source, right? It's not like I need to manually set a water source. I can do it anyway. Oh, did that work? What did that one do? Oh, it froze the floor. So, interesting. So that time it made... Oh, is it because of the ramp? Oh. Ice on a ramp immediately makes a block of ice. But ice on a flat floor has to make an ice floor and then a block of ice. Interesting. Interesting. So we could make this more efficient with some clever ramp usage. Yeah. Note for next run. I think what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna fill this and then harvest it. And then maybe make some adjustments. But we're gonna start with one batch here, right? Man, that's gonna take him a bit. That's gonna take him a bit. Interesting. And they're all gonna just like come inside and outside every single time. I guess I'm also curious if these tiles with the ramp will produce boulders as consistently as the inner tiles. Because if you can get like the same odds of a boulder either way, then dumping on a ramp is obviously faster, right? You're totally gonna lose a dog that way. You're totally gonna lose a dog that way. Yep, okay. Well, while they're working on that, we are going to continue to not get migrants, but that's not surprising at this point. I want to look up here at our quarry, right? We found some more kaolinite over here. A bunch more sandstone. We got a bunch of sandstone. But it's all just flowing out. Some of it isn't even making it all the way. Okay. Bauxite? Bauxite is also magma safe. Gypsum is not. Mudstone is not. Some limonite in here. There's some coal in here. That's cool. Trinkets for the rat god, yes. It me. Where's our animals? Our animals are not in here. I had them locked out while I was working. They were begging to get inside, and then I let them in, and they spent 5 minutes in here and then left. So I don't actually know where they are right now. Okay, so... is there a way to fill a pot or a barrel with water? If I submerge a pot in water, does it get filled with water? Or are we talking about evaporating booze? Like, can I only get, like, is the only kind of pot filled with liquid a pot filled with booze? Or can I have a pot filled with water? Well, we have a large junk over here, right? So I think we still have a little bit of magma. Should probably use it for stuff over here. I do want to keep experimenting though. So this, oh, they kept filling this as well. I meant to turn this one off. Oh, well. How can I do this? I'm gonna make a stockpile. Probably can't put a stockpile on top of a thing. Also, I want to like build a door here, or a wall. Water at this location, of course. I've like flooded my little test bed here. How about I do this? We're gonna do another one. I'm gonna say I want a little hole right there. And then I'm gonna want a way to get above it, like so. So then I'm gonna put a empty pot here. Specifically, I want are they furniture? What is a pot? What is a pot? What kind of stockpile do pots go in? Is it furniture? Yeah, here's a pot, large scale pot. Is it just gonna be large pots and or food storage? Okay, there we go. I'm looking here. So I want this stockpile to accept nothing except for large pots / food storage that are made from specifically sandstone. All right, yep, and then this is going to wait, am I looking at the wrong one? I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh no! Okay, go back. all this? Did I just have this as all? I must have. I don't think there's anything that I was excluding from there. Oops. Let's go down to this one. This is a furniture. With that, it can take sandstone and accepts all the quality. And then this inputs from that same big stockpile. Okay. We're gonna see if we can fill a pot with water. Hey, look. Okay, well, they managed to put a large sandstone pot there. And now I can say, make me a pond. Right there. We'll see what that does. They are gonna slowly work on this. Very slowly. How would I speed that up? This is what I was worried about. That's why I wanted to do like pumps and junk. I wanted this to be like, I want to make like large quantities of ice. I don't want to make like a little bit of ice. I want to make a lot of bit of ice. I could forbid the other wells. I don't know if that would help though. Because it's also a different person grabbing the job every time, right? It's not like one person is ferrying back and forth. I want one person to come out here and just, like, do it a couple times. Not just one person every time. I don't know that we're that lucky, though. I might just stop at these 2 rows and harvest this. And see if we can get tricky with our... Or whatchamacallits, our ramps. I also want to get rid of this floating ice block here, so I'm going to put a floor here. Just out of... whatever, just make it out of wood. On the other thing we need to do, so we have our caves, right? Oh my gosh. We have our llama and yak pit. We finished our wall. So I believe our pasture here is completely contained. Aside from this bit right here. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this up in a more efficient way, right? So we're gonna open it up through here. We're gonna open it up through here. And we're gonna put a wall over here. Just use a block. Just use a block. And then, I don't know if you need to do it down here. I'm gonna do it down here just to be paranoid. Right, I'm just gonna do that. So then we'll be able to close this, and the caves at large will be closed, and then we'll just have secure access to our pasture here. That'll help the efficiency of accessing all this. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. You come back in, and now I'm going to close this gate. And now they can just grab the llamas. Look at that. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. I love it. We have pastured. So we should thin this herd. Let's go to the yaks. We could even like, man, we should geld the yaks apparently. Look at all those. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna geld the yaks. Geld all the babies. And a couple others. We'll keep like some. And then we're gonna slaughter a bunch of these. Okay. That's one thing taken care of. Okay, so now I want to get rid of this tile. None of this is hanging, right? So it should be safe to just channel all of this. We're gonna get rid of this first, obviously. So there's one ice block there. Okay. So now we're gonna channel all this and see A, how many ice boulders we get out of it, and also if there's a difference between those different tiles. Oh, interesting. So if anything, we got more from the ramps. But also, now that it's just going to leave the floor, so in theory, they wouldn't have to pour the water to make the floor again, right? What if we just left the floor? But also, what if we just... Okay, I'm curious. Can I channel here? Is it gonna like remove the floor? Open space. Really? It totally just replaces our stone floor. Okay, good to know. I'm gonna put our floor back. But it also means I'm not gonna bother putting in fancy ramps or anything because after the first time, it's not gonna matter. It's interesting that this is now called a glacial upward slope. Okay. In principle, that works. I'm gonna have all of our ice boulders assembled in wall form. Like this. That should be all of it. This will be how we stockpile. The yak is fighting. Oh, because we're slaughtering and gelding. Oh, inappropriate building. No water source. Oh, but I should turn off. I should disable the pond while I can suspend the zone. Interesting. Okay, let's just do that. Okay, someone's gonna do this, right? But I do also want these to happen. It'd be cool if we could have the floor of this be like a retractable bridge and then just like dump all the ice out and then reset it. Would that even work? Okay, well, we can do that, right? At the very least, we can do that. Cancels filled pond, no water source. But you're... The well is dry. No, it's not. What? What? Is it because there's a little bit of water here? Why would that matter? There's 2 layers of water and then a little bit. It's the opposite of dry. Okay, so that's how much ice we have so far. And this should be operational. So I'm gonna turn... I wonder what happens if I just make it the whole thing. Just let them go for it. Of course, now they're gonna be like, we don't have a water source. No water source. So, you have a water source out here. Why is this not detecting as a water source? But also, why are the wells dry? Oh, and also, the pot did not fill with water. So that's also cool. We can't do that. We can't fill a pot with water. So that means we would need to make... Well, I guess we can still do pots. We just need pots filled with booze. So I need to get a magma-proof booze pot into a pool of magma. How do I make that happen? All this is shale. Claystone, just make sandstone. Well, we have just like a recurring rock pot job, right? So I'm just gonna say that our normal recurring rock pot job does sandstone specifically. So eventually we will end up with booze in one of those, right? Probably. Bauxite. Oh, there's bauxite. Bauxite is magma proof. Pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, well, need to dig another little hole, right? So I'm gonna do... a little hole there. I'll put a door there. And then... just a weird maze of things up here. Right, we'll do that. Of course, that's what happens. I want this to dry out. Maybe what I need to do... I'll channel here and see, this is still warm. This had magma in it quite a while ago, and it's still warm. Probably not gonna actually dry out like that. We'll do like this. Okay, that will dry. No water source. Okay. That is an issue. Is it because this top layer is 2? I could... I mean, this is also aquifer. So why isn't it, like... It should be filling up on this level. I'm just gonna do that. I have no idea what that's gonna do. Except no one can get down here. I did intentionally seal off these stairs, but now I can just do this. Okay. What does that do for us? The well is dry. Can it dry? Can something sitting on top of it dry? Or maybe it'll just continue leaking. Maybe it'll leak until it's actually full. So if it fills in, then maybe it's fine. Right? Yeah, okay. Well, I tried for a second. Why is this the problem? So there's one more water in there dancing around. Now there's another one. Still says it's dry. Now there's 3. Okay. Yeah, do it. Just fill. That's kind of mesmerizing to watch. Okay. Okay. So it's still gonna say it's dry. I'm gonna let that try and fill, I guess. This will slowly dry out. I do want to put some walls in here. Do that. And then do another door. Can't put a door over 1 water. Or no, it's because there's a ramp there. Gotta remove the ramp. And then then this stockpile can go away. So what I need is... Hey, look, the dwarves are here. See, it's not canceling now. You figuring it out up here? No. Well, you did. You just went on this side. Okay. So that well should still be operational. Not sure why it's not. Or not being used. And then here you come. I mean, you managed to get a bucket of water from somewhere. Ugh. And then you are here to store a bucket. Okay. I mean, do they really want to come from this side specifically? Do they want to fill from this corner down? Which I guess is fine. I just want them to be consistent and safe and not get froze murdered. Okay, and then the well is operational. What on earth does that mean? Were we using too much water? Did it get down to a level that it was detecting that the water was not full because we were freezing all of our water? So then I really want to use the one outside. There's a block right there. Why can't I use pepper? Okay, so this dried out. So somehow I need to... Here's the problem. I want to have a specific pot that is filled with booze placed into a stockpile. I guess I could dump it. What if I dump it? So my problem here is that if I make a 1 square stockpile, it will always be filled with an empty pot. So you need at least a 2 square stockpile for there to possibly end up with a pot filled with booze in the stockpile, right? That's what we figured out with our trap upstairs. But if I say this is a garbage dump, and I go up here and I get rid of our other garbage dump, that was here for other reasons, right? Did I already got rid of it? I think this is all fine. So we should only have 1 dump zone. Isn't there a way to see? So dump. We have 1 dump zone, and it is that one. So if I go up here to our bauxite dwarven wine pot and say dump it, someone should move this pot to that location. If the only way for us to make steam is to, like, consume alcohol, I'm going to laugh so hard. That would be an absurd thing to industrialize. And of course, their usual reticence to actually dump things. Don't know why. Hello, welcome in. D is indeed a letter. My goodness. Our game is going at 100 frames and still I'm sitting around waiting for things to happen. They're working on it. They're working on it. Seems like you have meals for next decades. Yes. I have limits on it even. I call fog machine. If they're not using this, then them keeping it stocked is just gonna be dangerous. I'm gonna get rid of the stockpile. Why can't you just use this? Just use the well. We don't make everyone get drunk in our tavern, but existing in our tavern will make you drunk. Just breathing in the air. This is like an air bar. What was the thing? Is it still a thing? There was a thing for a minute where you'd like go to a place and like huff oxygen. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? An oxygen bar, is that what it was called? This is like a kobold oxygen bar, but we're not serving oxygen, we're just serving aerosolized booze. Okay, whatever. Someone can move this, it would be great. It would be great. Right, we have a dump zone. You should be able to access it. There's a stair down in there and everything. They don't need to like stand adjacent to it or anything, right? Well, they can stand in a doorway. Should be fine. Cancel store item. I'm assuming that's fine. Oh. Oh, this is new. I've wanted this forever. When did this happen? Was there a patch that I didn't see? So now there's two recenter buttons. You can recenter at the item, or you can recenter at the creature. So they're canceling because of this. Oh, because of the water. Wow. Actual just information. Of course, this is gonna flood faster than it can drain, apparently. Ugh, whatever. That's how aquifers be, I guess. But they're trying to get to this jet here. There's also they're trying to get to this wheelbarrow. That's what it is. Someone left a wheelbarrow in a flooded cavern. Now no one can get to it. And there's aquifer just all up in here. And this is all sandstone. So I want to get the sandstone. It's all mudstone. This is sandstone. Gypsum, sandstone. The parts with more sandstone have more aquifer. Because of course. Because of course, though it looks like the aquifer is limited to around here. So what if maybe we can try to smooth it. I don't know if they're gonna successfully get in there. But let's see what we can do. We can get those just actual aquifer tiles. They'll still leak from the ceiling, but that should be less. Should be less. Okay. I mean, we could just, like, get rid of the doors. I mean, they'll try. I don't know if they're gonna try to open these, since it's already 3s and 4s. That is so helpful. That is so helpful. Okay, we'll let them work on that for a minute. They're gonna slowly work on this. Someone's... bunch of smoothing. No one's working on filling right now. Of course, all our water is spilling out everywhere. But it's fine. Everyone likes waterfalls, right? Everyone likes being freezing and damp. Surely not going to cause any problems. There we go. Okay, so now they're getting in here. I think that'll help. So now someone should be able to get to the wheelbarrow. Was there a patch? Steam, tell me. I mean, I see something from the 16th announcing the Siege release date. Really? Are we still on 5005? Can I tell without leaving? Or 5205, I should say. I'm confused. That's not a DF hack thing, is it? It would tell us if it was. Yeah, October 9th. Or no, October 27th. But that's on the beta. I don't think I'm using the beta for DF hack. Stockpile export import. We updated the stockpile import and export tools to understand the new color dyed systems. Armor resize. Resize armor tool will allow you to change the size of any item of armor or clothing to fit any chosen creature. Wow. Mainly used for adventure mode, yeah. Even this doesn't mention that specific thing. Weird, 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 weird. Okay, well, this is gonna be better, comparatively speaking. They should still be working on this. Still grabbing our buckets. Drop off inaccessible. So I still don't know what that's coming from. Like what drop off is inaccessible. Okay, they're working on it. Things are happening, if slowly. This has still not been dumped. Why is that the thing? Why does dumping not happen consistently? It used to be that was like the most consistent way to get someone to do something. guess we are butchering a bunch of animals. Not that our polar bear people would know anything about that. Right? We were planters locked to that. I guess I do want that. Hunting obviously hasn't been very successful. We still have puffins, but they're still out here. Our flying creatures don't like to fly. Our flying creatures like to enter the map and then stay there. Should I get rid of the puffins just to get something else to spawn in? I could exterminate the puffins. Hello, Orion. How's it going? We found a method of making ice. It's gonna take a bit. My goodness. I was watching a friend get through mouthwashing. Oh, interesting. I was just looking at that game. That looks like a wild game. Is it as bonkers as it looks? What are these? I keep seeing like little, I don't know if they're flies or if they're bees. They have to be flies, right? Acorn flies, yes. It's intense? Yeah, it kind of looks that way. It was one that I was glancing at for the purpose of a spooky Saturday game, but it might be a little too intense. It might be a little bit more intense than what I'm wanting right now. So this is how we're making ice. Ice can freeze in buckets, but it takes a bit. So as long as you're quick, you can take a bucket of water from underground and toss it into this pit up here. And then it freezes instantly as soon as it leaves the bucket. So we can make ice like this. Signalis? I've heard that name, but I've not known it. Where do I know that from? Hey, it's on sale. I was just looking at this. Survival horror experience set in a dystopian future where humanity has uncovered a dark secret. Interesting. Well, it's very positive. It came out, that's 3 years ago, wow. I've heard good things about this one. Emotional pain? Okay. Fair. So we had some friends over last weekend for like just a little Halloween get together. And we watched a movie. And we kind of knew ahead of time. We looked up little descriptions of it. But it was kind of like that. It wasn't spooky, it wasn't scary, but it was trippy. And one of the reviews I saw online called it emotionally devastating. And it was correct. It was called I saw the TV glow. And that's a movie. That's a trippy movie. I liked it though. So the thing about pawns is that only one person is going to do it at a time. And I could try to change that. I guess I'm going to get rid of this. No, I don't know how to get people to use this well. They keep using the wells underground. This would be a lot faster if someone could just like fill it from this well. But they're not going to do it. What if I do little ponds like this? This adds an element of danger because now there's going to be multiple people moving around in here at any given time. But if they always move from this side to this side, then it should be fine, right? Whoop. This one, yep, needs to be a pond. So we're gonna see what this does. The other thing I can do is make the bottom in here not a space they want to go to. So at least they would like go around the outside if they need to go across. I want it to be like 50. Okay, let's see what that does. Because then we could at least, in theory, could have like 8 people going at once. Still just one currently. I'm out of tea already. Oh, okay. That was 2 at once. Of course, they needed to freeze the floor first, but it's apparently going to be just the first time we do this. There we go. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just increased our productivity 8-fold. Look at me. Okay, that might work. If they're consistent about how they move through that space, that might work. I worry about them like trying to cut a corner and going down, but I guess if our traffic restrictions are obeyed, of course we could still kill a dog. We're probably gonna still kill a dog. We're gonna accidentally make a dogsicle. Okay, this is moving much better. Okay. Okay. And it only takes the labor of 1/3 of our fortress. I guess 1/4 of our fortress. Bird person. What did you just... Oh, so interesting. So bird person was too slow. Bird person, the ice froze in the bucket. And now there's just ice on the ground here. A stack of 10 ice. A stack of 10 water turned into 10 ice. That's fascinating. What can I do with this ice? What happens if I put this in magma? Probably the same thing as everything else. Because we did dump an ice boulder, and that did not create steam. Making popsicles, my dogs love those. Yes, exactly. Popsicles for everyone. You cleaned up the ice. You cleaned the ice. Hilarious. These are all people going outside. Huh. Our poor farm. Ugh. Okay. I want to make sure they don't cut these corners. Kind of looked like someone went around, but I want to make like absolutely sure. And then you came up from that way. Interesting. Okay. I mean, that is also acceptable. I don't know why no one's going for this one. Oh, because you. Is it gonna freeze again? Well, you got water at the moment. Okay, you did it. Look at you, Kerr. You did it. You helped. Did you... Oh no, you are stranded. Well, kind of. This is still filling up pretty good. Do we have to smooth out up above? Why is it... It's not draining very well, is it? Maybe we just need to make it wider. You're not drowning, are you? Nope, you're drinking. Fresh spring water up to your ankles. Actually, more like your waist. Oh, come on. Fine. That's just gonna drain. That's gonna, like, flush someone down. Right, do we have a bunch of water here? Yeah. This is like our main entryway. This is like the first thing of our fortress you see when you come downstairs. It's just mud. Okay, now it's just you on the roof. Okay. Go inside and get some drink. Does anyone know how I would make them use this well? I don't see why they... Because they're downstairs when they accept the job and then they find the closest bucket and the closest well. But I want them to look for the well that's closest to the place they're going to. I don't think there's a way for me to do that. Need sandstone. Oh yeah. I do need to provide them with sandstone. But that's what we were doing with this. That's what we're doing right here. There should be, they're getting sandstone from here. That's what's going on. I'm gonna say, let's get some more of this sandstone while we're here. Our miners can stick to mining for the moment. Oh, it's already smooth. Sweet. Oh, if I knew that this is what we were going to be doing, I would have built this closer to our entrance, but now that it's working, I'm not gonna move it. Okay, that looks like it's working. They're definitely not cutting that corner in the middle there. I think this works. The thing we'll have to remember, the thing we need to remember is to pause the pond filling when we are harvesting the ice. Because by default, if we tell people to just channel all this out, someone is going to be down there grabbing a boulder or mining, and then someone's going to dump water on their head, and we're going to get a cobsicle? A cobsicle. An ice bowl. A cube bowl. Okay, I think this works. I think this works. It's gonna be a minute before this all accumulates into something impressive. But we can produce ice. We're not limited to the amount of ice on the map, we can make ice. Finally, something worked. I'm curious if our bucket got dumped, or our pot? Looks like our pot finally got dumped. Okay, cool. So here we have a magma-safe pot filled with wine. I'm gonna continue to leave it forbidden. I want to dump magma here? I guess that's what we're doing? I'll make it magma safe just for paranoia's sake. Cancels fill pond inappropriate building. That's an interesting error. That's gonna be... They're canceling when they're at the well. It's gonna be because the pond is full, right? They're trying to continually fill these full ones. So I need to pause them as they're full. Or they'll just keep taking jobs to fill them. Starving dehydrated. Oh, because you... Go drink. You're literally working on it. Why are you so slow? You are... And you walked past the... Where are you going? You're going up here. Good job. I don't know why you're so slow. You are starving. Is it because I gave you your own body's weight worth of bolts? Is that what's happening? I need you to not be a hunter. Go get rid of your stuff. It's clearly weighing you down. Yeah, go eat. Please go eat. Okay. Perfect. Flawless victory. As long as you don't count all the other flaws. We're sitting here at a solid 100 frames. That's kind of amazing. I know we have barely anyone living here, but that, I think, is pretty impressive. There we go. Okay, so now all I gotta do is that. And that will harvest the ice. Right? We'll see how much ice we actually get out of it. Here's 1, 2, These are legendary miners. Don't we have a higher chance of getting stuff from legendary or not? I thought we did. That's brutal. So out of like 64 tiles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 out of 64. Gross. Gross. I guess I just do like that. Now we will store our ice in our wall configuration, because then nothing can happen to it, and it will all be exactly where I want it to be. And at least future goes of it will be a little bit faster, because I don't have to do 2 drops for each of these inward tiles. That's still 64 jobs, 64 fill pond jobs. To get maybe a dozen rocks. Kinda brutal. Okay, well, at the very least, we can talk about what we're going to use our ice for, right? At the very least, we're going to have ice that we can make buildings and such out of. I'm just going to unpause these, and they're going to do it again. It's a very labor-intensive ice machine, but that's how it works. That's how we're doing it. Let's check down here. We have we have that thing. So now I'm gonna get some magma over here. Like so. I'm gonna try to find. There we go. I don't actually know how many more minecarts we have filled with our magma. It's gonna be a manual process of just checking them all, isn't it? I guess there's still a good handful here. Okay, maybe we're fine. Maybe we're still fine. I do still want to put some more stuff in here, but it hasn't been a priority. I want to like do the science and determine what we're gonna do. I want to get a plan before I build things out. Like one smelter and 1 forge has clearly been enough. Just dragging a minecart along the ground. There we go. Okay. Now taking bets on what's going to happen here. Is it going to be nothing? Or are we going to get some steam? Because those are kind of the 2 options. I'm going to go 1 frame. And then, so now it needs to like fall, right? It's going to fall into the pit. Like that. So now we have a warm dwarven mine pot. Going forward a few frames, I'm not seeing anything change. Still 18, right? Oh? Well, the wine went away. But I didn't see any steam. So the worst of all worlds. I wasn't even thinking of that possibility, that it would consume the wine, but not give steam? Are you kidding me? And then how would you, even if it worked, how would you reset it? Should we put magma in a pot? I guess, but they don't fill. The pots don't fill when they're submerged. Maybe the magma was just thirsty. You definitely should feed it more booze. Ah, of course. Of course, of course. Is that really how it works? Oh my goodness. Only impossible goals here. This is leading me to believe, I guess we've seen a little bit of Steam. It's not like Steam is completely absent from the game, right? We did see Steam when we created Obsidian. And there was another, what was the other time we saw Steam? Oh, and we poured through the grate. That was weird too. I don't understand the grate thing. But like also consumed the magma. I guess we can test that with our current situation here, right? So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna make a grate. Not out of ice. We have our iron grate, right? I'm gonna put it right there. Because previously we did it with the iron grate being directly above the magma. I'm gonna try it with it being a level up. Oh? Iska has given birth to a girl! At the exact same time that 2 others have become a child. Do they have like the same birthday? There's also like yaks, but you know, yaks. So here, yeah. No, because that's Izrak. Who's Iska? Iska has 3 children now. And the other 2, did you give birth on like the same day? You have 3 kids now. We are slowly, very, very slowly making more kobolds. And then Izrak is still not wearing clothes. I don't know why. I put on a finely crafted item. Did you? When? Oh, you're in a squad. What if... You're in a squad from a different... That's what it is. We've seen this before. You're in the Spoons of Confusion because you're from our previous... You're from both of our previous fortresses. So we've seen this before. If you have someone who is in a squad in a different fortress, migrate to your current fortress, they don't put on clothes. We've seen this before. I guess I still want you all carrying weapons around. That is kind of nice. The whips of excavating. So... are you the only one who has... So you're all in the squad here, right? So you're all fine. You're the only one from somewhere else. So I'm gonna do that, and then remove, and then remove you. We'll just have an empty squad there. But now you're no longer in a squad, so now you should go put on clothes. That's a bug that should be fixed. I feel like we should get a solution to that one. Priorities. Priorities. Well, you got some clothes. You got even I got a dyed shirt even. Okay. Okay. This still has not happened. This is very close. I want to check on this. Oh yeah, it's just gonna fill. Ugh, 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 because it's all aquifer. Because of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? There's gonna be rock that I don't care about too. It's all gypsum, but there is more sandstone in here. But see, now they can't get to the sandstone. I guess what happens if I just keep mining down this way? And they... We're gonna have to, like... do one of these. That should drain a little bit, maybe, eventually. Goodness gracious. Okay, so this happened, so now I want to see what happens. I put a pond zone here. And we drop water through a grate, and then through another Z level. No water source, so they're gonna like... Oh, you have this one. Okay, so we'll get that one. Okay. Let's watch what happens. You're going to walk over here. You dump your water, right? You're gonna go attend a meeting. So now the water is falling through the air. And then we go forward a tiny bit. There we go. So it did fill in with obsidian and create steam. Which is what we would expect. I don't think the bars did anything there. It's like steam does happen. It is possible to get steam. Get our pot back. What if you... That's a completely different idea, but that's... Huh. What if you built a fortress and then encased it in obsidian and left it for someone else to dig out and find? What if you had a... what do you call it? The forts that people share. What's the word? Why am I forgetting the word? The one where you pass the forts around? Succession, thank you. I was thinking of like Legacy, but that's board games. What if you had a succession fortress where you built a fortress and then just encased it in obsidian and then handed it to someone without telling them what's in there? It was their job to resettle and dig it out and uncover the fortress that you made. It'd be like those, do you remember you get like little kits that's like, it's like clay and dirt and whatnot, but like they put little fake dinosaur bones in there and you have to like dig your way back out, dig out the fake fossils. Aluminum anthill castings, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Except you wouldn't be like removing the rock around it. You'd be leaving it as a fortress. But it'd be like there's a whole fortress below the ground, but above ground is just blank hillside, right? It's like completely hidden. So you have to find the fortress. That's a fun idea. I kind of like that. You could also dig it back out. You could also remove all the rock that isn't obsidian and have a negative of a fortress, which is also kind of fun. I need to be... That's right, they're gonna keep canceling because these are no longer fillable. That's what I should be doing. Wait a second, what's that metamorphic rock doing in a sedimentary layer? Yeah. There's no volcanic activity in this area. Why is there this huge seam of obsidian running through this mountain? Oh god, there are skeletons inside. Perfect. Bets on how many blocks of ice we're gonna get this time. It's gonna be pretty similar. It's looking pretty similar. Yeah, just get it done. No, okay, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's interesting. What does that mean? Is that a coincidence? Let's do like this. How much do I have any more? Oh, okay. The elves are here. I don't know that I care. Some dogs are dying of old age because we have been here for a minute at this point. Oh, the giant camels. Okay, so we can make ice, we can make it in quantities, we can't make it super fast, but we can make it. Did I delete the ponds? No, they're up here. Duh. I'm gonna turn these back on. And I'm gonna run to the restroom. And then I think we want to start plotting what we're gonna use this ice for. So keep an eye on this ice project. I'll be right back. I'm back. Look at him go! Okay. I'm not too upset about this. This is at least functioning. So let's set aside the question of Steam. Let's set aside the question of Steam and say that I want to build above ground structure or structures. Still aiming for like a resort kind of a theme here. I like that idea. Even if I can't make a sauna itself, I do want to make a glacial retreat. So I want our above ground structures to be like a nice tavern, a nice library, some guild halls, that sort of thing, like a temple. All those kind of recreational meeting areas. I want to make up here on the glacier. And I want to be using ice as a construction material. It would be cool to just do literally all of it out of ice. Like floor, wall, ceiling. But judging by how quickly we're getting boulders out of this, I think that would be... Like, we could make a floor this big, right? This is how much we've gotten so far. Let alone walls and ceiling. If we could make this much faster, then maybe I would say we do the whole thing out of ice. But in the interest of this not taking literal out-of-game years, I have to wait for that water source. That is so funny. That is so weird. Let's also check on our animals, right? We got a bunch of yaks slaughtered. Fewer than it was. We have gelded quite a few of them. I think I'm going to slaughter another handful. But like, we have a bunch of llamas now. I think we're gonna get rid of like a whole screen's worth of llamas. And same with alpacas. Do not need this many. Do not need. So I think what that means is we're going to make the walls of our structures out of ice, and then maybe the floor and the ceilings are going to be stone blocks. Yeah, you're not stranded. I know you're not stranded. So then the question becomes, cosmetically, how do we want to do that? Because we have a couple interesting rock types here, right? First thing that comes to mind, obviously, is microcline, because microcline's a classic. Oh, we have so much metal too. What if we had like a copper roof? What if we had like an iron roof? Is that insane? I mean, I know it is, but we also have jet and kaolinite. Can you make porcelain blocks? Can I make like a porcelain tile roof? Can I... Okay, hold on. I've never even thought of that before. I want to make... We haven't had any strange moods here. I'm just realizing we haven't had any strange moods here. Maybe we haven't passed... Is there like a population trigger for getting strange moods? We don't even have like a mayor, so we haven't hit 50. I'm gonna put in a magma kiln for the sake of having a magma kiln. And it's gonna go here. Gonna find a proper minecart. We'll have to do this twice, of course, but that's fine. And of course, they'll take that first one and move it and then move it back. I don't know why. We'll let them do it. And then someone's gonna come grab the empty one. Okay. Okay. So now we dump this east. Perfect. And then we remove, and then we need another, like, redo it. So we need, because we need to do it twice. There you go. Modded kobolds can get strange mood. Yes, we've had so many strange moods in our other fortresses. It's this fort specifically. I don't think default creatures other than dwarves can, so if most citizens are not kobolds, that might be part of it. That's true. So our polar bear people can't get strange moods? I guess that tracks? I'm trying to remember if our experiment creatures got strange moods. I know for a fact that kobolds can get strange moods. Or like our modded kobolds can get strange moods. Because they are modded to become a playable race. But we do have 20-ish kobolds here. I would have expected to see a strange mood by now. So someone's gonna do that, and then I just need to build a magma kiln. Just plop it there. Kaolinite blocks, why not? Sweet. Okay, so clay bricks. We can totally make bricks. Have I never made a brick in this video game before? Brick redirects to block. So can I make porcelain bricks? What does this do? Because there's clay and then there's porcelain. But the game doesn't always differentiate between the two in the words it uses. So if we can use kaolinite to make bricks... I kind of love that. I want to see this happen. I'm gonna make a porcelain shingle roof. Where did I put the, do I have a kaolinite stockpile? It's just kind of all down here. Should give it its own little stockpile. There you are. Maybe for now it can just go like here. Stone. Is it? I guess that's economic. You're using kaolinite. Porcelain bricks. I think we're gonna make a porcelain roof. Terracotta, right? Right? How have I never done that? How have I not ever thought about making porcelain bricks? Okay. Interesting. So if we say ice walls, porcelain ceiling, porcelain roofs, which there's not a whole lot of visual contrast between those, right? Those are both light-colored things. Do we do the floors out of microcline to kind of keep it all that same kind of pale blue color? And then we would have our contrast come from like the things we put inside. Like maybe we make our furniture out of jet. Or do we make the floors out of jet and then furniture out of microcline? Does our... This is going to take bars. Our blocks end up... Where do our blocks end up? This is our block stockpile. Is porcelain in here? Yes. Huh. Okay. Fascinating. I'm kind of leaning towards microcline floors so that the structure itself is kind of all unified in its vibe. And then the things we put inside are all going to be like darker colored. Like we can make jet bookcases, jet tables, that sort of thing. Anyone going to grab this? No one wants to put it away. I'm going to say that this no longer accepts the kaolinite. Except... Oh, I bet you it's like... Yeah, okay, so it's not technically supposed to go in here, but this was like mined from here. Yeah, okay, that's what's going on. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Oh, we got like all sorts of doors to place. I always forget about the doors. Even do like this. De-dum, de-dum, hanging out there, that's fine. This is all fine. At some point we're gonna have to like figure out a place to put our polar bears. They're slowly becoming more trained. Like quite slowly, but it is happening. Okay, so someone's coming for it now. So it should be a bit of microclining here. We haven't been targeting it, but I've kind of been keeping my eye on it. Let's look at our boulders. In here somewhere. There we go. We have 38 microclines, so not a ton. 30 jet, so not a ton. 75 colonite, so a bit. So we're gonna probably quarry for some of it, but we can start on it. So I'm gonna say make me rock blocks. It's going to be microcline specifically, and do like, we're doing floors? I don't want a bunch, right? I'm gonna say do 100 jobs, so it's gonna be 300 blocks. And then I want to say clay brick. Make clay brick. Also gonna be a lot, right? It's gonna is at least as many tiles as there are floor tiles. And I'm probably gonna get fancy with like ramps and junk up there, so probably even more. We'll start with 100. So that's gonna take more labor. I'll even put in. There's no way we finish that. I'm gonna say that. We're gonna do that, and I'm gonna make maybe another pair of these. Oh, hi, tofu. Attacking my fingers under there. I'm gonna make another kiln or two. I'm gonna say we're gonna do this. We're gonna add a route right to there. Not to that one. That one will work. And then there you go. Look at him go. Now it's summer. Okay, and that's gonna be, no, that's the full one. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Boop. And then not that one. Not that one. That one. Yep, I'm gonna have this dump. And then I guess I just go to this and reassign its minecart, right? There we go. Need sandstone. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna... Well, I can't, like, reset it to not specify a material. That's funny. So I'm gonna turn this back to make rock pot. Right. Because we're clearly cranking out food and need pots for stuff. Alright, we're just gonna do that. Do I have... I'll look at my stone restrictions for the kaolinite, because I don't want that to be turned into pots. Now that I want to use it as a clay stone. Right, stone use, kaolinite, so yeah, I want it unchecked. Make clay stuff. Okay, cool. That is all correct. There's you, there's you. Now we dump north. And then grab another minecart. There we go. And then I'm curious how we're doing up here. Doing quite well. Wow. Okay. So that means I need to pause some of these. Cool. We're working on it. We're getting through it. We're making it happen. So we have magma there, so I'm just gonna dump it. Perfect. And then we can disassemble. Remove that. And then this, we're still waiting for the full one. Cats make me so nervous. Everyone makes me so nervous. Okay. There we go. Now we can get rid of that. And get rid of that. Cool. So now I want to just disassemble these. We're killing some llamas, that's for sure. Look at that. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Cool. Can only assume our butcher shops are a complete mess right now, so I'm not even gonna look. Not even gonna look. Maybe I want... We're gonna make like a staging area, right? So I want our bricks. I want our... What was this for? This was for something. This was for shell blocks. I'm gonna say that this is gonna be for our porcelain blocks. Porcelain. I guess porcelain and microcline. I want it all to end up here. That when we build things, it'll all just be accessible. Is that a dead fairy? Fairy remains? Brutal. So microcline does not go here. Porcelain does not go here. That all just goes right upstairs. I want this to have some wheelbarrows. The humans are back. Sure. I barely care. I guess I want them to think of us as like a thriving economy. I do want to attract people. So we're gonna take a couple of finished goods bins. Oh, they did it. Okay, perfect. Look at them go. Look at them go. Now I just need people to move the Palanite closer. Oh, I turned off crafts, didn't I? Well, that is fine. I'm gonna collapse. That's not quite what I meant. And then, I don't know, some instruments. Is that... No, we can get a little bit more. There we go. I think we're gonna call that good. And I guess I should turn crafts back on if we want to keep trading. Hello, JM. How's it going? I have good-ish news. Still have not been able to make steam in a way that I want, but we can make ice in a rather manual way. So we already need to find more microcline to mine. We're up here. This is all just... Oh, and they never got in here. I guess I don't really care about the sandstone now. The sandstone we were looking at for its magma safe properties, but that's not gonna matter. I guess I want a microcline layer. If I could find a dry microcline layer, I'd be so happy. Oh, there's jet. Is this wet? This is not wet. Let's check out this layer. What's going on here? This is all conglomerate. This is tetrahedrite. Lignite. Gypsum. Shale, lignite, shale. This is all like shale. There's some jet in here. There's some microcline. Okay, perfect. Sweet. And then more kaolinite. Okay, maybe we just mine out this whole dang layer. We got jet and kaolinite and microcline. This is where we want to be. We're going to be here. Oh, we should make this bigger. We've been slaughtering a bunch of animals. They probably want to put some stuff there. We should make a magma incinerator. That's what we should do. Hey, look, a polar bear. Still have those random puffins here. Our miners are locked to mining. Do I want more miners? I think 2 miners are all I need for that. Do you think we're gonna catch another polar bear here? It's going towards our booze. No! So booze definitely can attract the polar bears, but not like a drunk kobold can. Oh, that was scary. You going up? Go on. Bear and cat. Just do what you're gonna do. Go on. You can go up there. There we go, caught a bear. And... there we go, caught a cat. Look at that. Okay, now we're getting more microcline. It's fine. Microcline is fine, and I guess now our labor has been co-opted for all sorts of other things. We are slaughtering a lot of animals. I guess that's a thing. Oh, and trading at depot. Oh, but I already did the trade, right? I just need to... you just need to do that. There we go. So we're gonna start on our construction here. We're gonna make structures on the surface. with ice walls, microcline floors, and porcelain roofs. That's what we've decided here. We have magma kilns here. We're making porcelain bricks, which are apparently a thing. Apparently they're a thing. We're making microcline blocks. And we're making ice. Very, very slowly. Is our well dry again? Is that what happened? No, the well's operational. Okay. This is all just gonna sit here and be disgusting forever. Oh well. And the same thing here. This was... There's a little bit of jet. There's some jet this way, I guess. I'm gonna put some doors back in here. Boop, 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 boop. Probably won't even bother with that floor, and we're just gonna work on this. Because there's... Look at all that. There's a bunch of kaolinite, there's a bunch of microcline. There's a bunch of jet down here. Oh, and then I want to do jet for like the furniture and stuff. Hi, Tofu. Just lurking. She's just lurking. Okay. I mean, at this point, now I have them, they all have jobs, right? Now they're all actually doing stuff, as, in addition to, like, butchering all of our animals. We're working on thinning out our herd down here. At what point do I just geld all of our animals? Because we don't need meat, realistically. Like, we do need some quantity of meat, because, like, our polar bears want meat. To zoom in to look at the cat, she's... What's she even looking at? She's just looking at the ceiling. There's nothing up there. There's nothing up there. We got a bunch of milk here. We got a bunch of wool here. We should probably make more clothes. I think I'm gonna wait until we've done all of our butchering. Do I have... I have 1, 3, we're all... I mean, geez, okay. So I'm gonna let them finish the butchering, deal with all the garbage from here. Yeah, I think we need an incinerator. I think we need an incinerator, which is actually really easy with our current setup. Is this still... what's leaking now? It's not... I'm just gonna lock this. This side is fine, and then this side is fine. Oh, no one's done it. That's the problem. I want an incinerator. So, you know, just a little pit, right? So I could just go like here even. I'm just gonna say... I mean, it really just needs to be like the one tile. It's kind of fun, but I want it to have like its own little room, because it is gonna get stinky. So maybe like here? It's gonna be... Maybe even like this. So that when I want to, like, actually drop stuff into the magma, we can, like, lock the door and make sure no one's in there at the time. Yep, there's some stinky stuff in here. I'll let them work on it. Okay, that looks better. Got plenty of shale now. Look, it's all microcline, and then just a bunch of bonus hematite. So good. This is a good level. This is like... Our entire fortress is built out of stuff from this zone, this one floor. Okay, are we done here? I guess I want... this should have its own little... spot. Ice machine. And this goes here. Okay, bye, cats. I don't know. Seeking infant. I have to imagine it's just the people are doing stuff situation. Y'all are socializing. We have the one guild hall. So what do we even have here? We have so we have 2 giant polar bears and 4 normal polar bears. And some of them are well trained. What? The trick is that they're not going to be grazers, right? Like, I can let them out of their cages and let them try to reproduce, but we have to still continually feed them. They're not just going to eat stuff off the ground. We have to, like, a kobold has to go in there and feed them. Which, as soon as they're not in cages, becomes a whole thing, right? Our wells are still fine. The wells are still fine. Look at this miasma. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yup. Okay, here they come. What is this? Just alpaca tallow on the ground? I'm gonna build a track stop. This is familiar at this point now, right? Just moving tiny little bits of magma at a time. Curious. Oh, there we are. It's gonna make them all so grumpy. Disgusted on miasma, euphoric due to drunk. Those two generally do cancel each other out. Yeah, every time it reverts. Because if a giant polar bear is not in a cage, and then it reverts, the person who comes in there to retrain the polar bear is just dealing with a wild giant polar bear. I don't think I have to tell you the issue there? So we need a way for, if they revert, then they like attempt to break back into the fortress and get caught in a cage trap. That's what we need to happen. Okay, so we have magma here. Nope, that's, yep. And then we're gonna dump south. And then for trash burning, this should be fine, right? I don't need a whole bunch of magma to burn trash. I think. Actually, we're just gonna leave. We'll leave the track stop itself. We'll remove the carts. We're gonna put a hatch. And link the hatch to a lever. Eventually. We made those microclimb blocks. Wow, okay. Cool. Okay, so now I want to link like so. So then how do I do this? I want... Do I currently have a dump? I do have a dump and it's here. I'm gonna get rid of this. This is my poor little experiment zone. Like, I can't put a zone or... Yeah, so it needs to be like an actual dump. Or I can have it fill from... I could use these minecarts, honestly. How do I usually do this? Do I just put a dump zone here? Another polar bear. Butcher carcasses, clean fish. We're going to... That's what we do. Dump. Well, we save corpses. Well, I mean, I assume that this is like... No, we'll just dump everything. We save those. We save those. Why is this? I used to be able to do something with that. Oh, because it's... Yeah, okay. Is that all I need to do? Okay. Theory, I mean, they are... moving the stuff. They're gonna be moving it all up here, right? Wow, it's way up here. You are making clay bricks. I guess we'll just see what happens. I'd love for the stuff to just go straight from the butcher shop to the incinerator there. And now it is autumn once again. You're drinking from the still. Hilarious. Wow, gross. Let's see, you are... So you're taking the food, right? So the food is getting stored. Like, who's gonna grab this hoof? No one. You grabbed food. Okay, well, they're at least dealing with the food, far as I can tell, or at least trying to. Most of the food is getting out of here. Oh, there's still a fair bit of food in here. Oh, I have this one. Yeah. Why'd they stop? I guess I gave them jobs, but whatever. We also don't have things ending up here. I have a feeling that they're standing around. Barrels can be full of microcline blocks. Yup. They should be going up here. Right? Blocks made of microcline and porcelain. I think there's just too much to do. And the dwarves are back. I think what we do now is let them work on their junk and plan our footprint here. Man, we got a lot of space. Look at all this prime real estate. Just a bunch of snow-covered ice. Oh, I love it. So, I'm thinking, so we as kobolds, when we dig tunnels and rooms and stuff underground, we do kind of amorphous, wiggly stuff, right? And I love it. We haven't really built many above ground structures. I'm thinking if kobolds are building specifically to attract other races, right? Humans and dwarves and elves and such. We're not going to do squares. Kobolds are not square people. But what if we do circles? So I'm gonna come up with like a footprint for some stuff here. All right, that's 5 and 5. So I mean that's... So I'm gonna build footprints in the sense of we're gonna place the floors because we have a bunch of microcline blocks, and then we will slowly build walls around it, and when that's done, we'll put the roof above. And then it'll be a room. That's kind of where I'm thinking right now. So, and I think I want to have like a tavern, right? Like a nice sized tavern. That's gonna be like our primary thing. Do I have it be like a gigantic circle or like a circle with a couple little side rooms? Maybe it's gonna have a couple little side rooms. I'm debating on how ambitious we're gonna get here. I guess I do want this to be like the primary building, right? So give me powerful dome optical illusion. I agree. It looks like it's bulging, isn't it? I don't really know why. I was thinking the same thing. This is pretty big, right? As far as rooms go. And the walls would be on the outside. So this is like the footprint. This is the floor itself. So we're gonna build. This is all gonna be floor. I should have set our other thing first. I wish I could control the materials from here. Because I can't open it from here, right? I'm gonna say construct floor. We're gonna go into our planner. We're gonna say it's specifically microcline. We have 385 microcline blocks sitting around. We're going to go through that so fast. Uncomfortably fast. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and then we do a circle of build floor. It's my newest wizard spell. I think I want there to be a center tile, right? Especially for the roof. I want to make like a fun roof. So it's gonna have some kind of rampy stuff on the roof. Not like a whole cone, but like maybe 2 or 3 levels to it. So I think I want there to be a center. Or if there's like 4 center, they'd kind of come to a point. No, I think I want there to be a center. What do we think of this for size? For our primary tavern that exists to attract people from all over the world. Is that big tavern sized? And then we have smaller circles around the outside for other things. I think that's good. I think that's a pretty good size. And see some people dancing in there. Maybe this is like our dance hall, and then we have some like rooms with tables for eating and such. Maybe that's what we do. This is our dance hall. This is our poem recital hall. We're gonna go like that. And then I just want maybe a little bit bigger. They need to be large enough to look like floors, right? Or look like circles. It's just gonna be like that. Yeah. Like we already need more microcline. We can't even make that with almost 400 microcline blocks. Oh my god. We're committing. We're committing. I'm gonna say What if we do like this? Right, we put one there. Like this way they share walls. I think that's what I want. Oh, but then they like touch the corner. Not quite. In theory, they're gonna work on it, right? Fill pond. What pond are we? Are we finally working on our pond filling again? Or I need to this button. Hopefully that's the pond we're filling. Oh, but I can I look at, can I do this? So there's our ponds, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then what's this one? Oh, I don't still have one over here. So what's this extra one? Whatever. I'll just assume that that's okay. Now. Could also do, well, no, I want circles. I don't want ellipses, I want circles. I think that's how I'm thinking right now. So this is like middle, right? That'll just share a wall. And then we can go not quite like that. It would be like, oh, that's awkward. Can also just do like the 4 corners. What if I just do this? And that's where the tables go. Is that pleasing? And they would share a common wall here, so they would all be attached. I'm also thinking that our passageways are all going to be underground. I don't know that I want to spend the resources or visual clutter to make hallways that connect all these things. So I think there's going to be like a little hatch in each of our little circles, even if they're connected, right? Like these, like it'd be awkward to make a little, I mean, I guess you could just leave this open, but you couldn't really put a door in there. So they might be like going down into the raw ice to go between rooms. Or at least between buildings, between structures at least. So we definitely want a tavern area, which is what this is going to be, and then we definitely want a library, and we want a temple to no specific god, right? Those are going to be our 3 primary things. So I want a library. I'm not gonna make it quite as big. It's probably gonna be the smallest of those things. Something like that. Say that's our library. And then our temple is down here. I think that's probably even big. That's probably plenty big, right? I think that's our temple. And then we will fill in the gaps with guild halls and small shrines when we have the materials for it in 38 years. How much Do we still have a bunch of microcline boulders? Boulders. We have some. Okay, so we need to mine some more microcline. I'll do that before I tell them to start making more. And we have jet, so we're gonna make our furniture out of jet because that sounds like fun to me. Have we made all that porcelain? We're cranking through the clay bricks. It's gonna be a while before we need to install a roof, so we're gonna make that much and then stop. It's the microcline and the ice that we're going to need faster than anything else. What are we doing? What are we doing? And it says you're filling a pond. Okay, I mean, they're doing it. They're probably just now getting back to it after they finished murdering all our animals. Okay, oh, interesting. So they are slowly starting to move stuff there. It's gonna take them a minute. Do we have children, right? We have children. We have 2 childs. Children do chores. I mean, I guess that's all fine. I guess that's fine. What we need now are some more polar bear men. These puffins are stuck. These puffins are clearly stuck. So I'm gonna put them out of their misery. Right, do I just do bird puffin or not? Feels like an evil sentence to type. We exterminated 5 puffins. Oh, and then another one pops on. Oh my gosh. Is it frozen puffin corpses? So you were stuck. And now there's a yeti. I'm gonna kill this puffin as well. And then there's another one. So this feels evil, but we're fixing a bug. We're fixing some sort of buggy behavior. There we go. So now there's a yeti, and we should start getting more anything else. I like this. I'm excited about this. And we're starting to see our blocks appear. So now there's our microcline. It's a little bit of porcelain. This is almost done. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do, so we obviously have a bunch of animals. And I think more than anything, I just want to geld them. Like, the amount that we have right now is okay. It's a lot, but it's not really eating our frames. But if we let it go much further, it will. So we're just gonna geld everything, and that's gonna be easier than, like, disposing of all the garbage from butchering them constantly. And if we need to import another not gelded creature, we can. Someone's gonna get really good at gelding. I'm curious what everyone just geld. Everyone's gonna geld. Gelding party. Grab your sharpest knife and the nearest llama. And then we're just gonna have a Yeti wandering around in here. So I guess we want to decide where the actual, like, hatches go, right? So I think in here it's going to be, like, the very center. Or maybe... Yeah, what if we do, like, a hatch in the very center, and then, like, tables, and then chairs? I think that's what we're going to do. So we'll just remove the middles from these, and these will be the way you get down. And then the big one, I think maybe these corners? So we'll have hatches there. And then where do we put the food? If these circles are like just packed with tables and chairs, do we put the food underground or do we put the food like in their own little secondary circles? What if we have... I mean, there wouldn't even need to be one for each of those, right? Because they can go grab the food and then bring it to their table. What if they had like a roof? What if they had a second level? Just like a little 3x3. And then the stair would be in the middle. So it wouldn't even be a hatch, it's just a stair that goes up and down. And then you have a little food stockpile, one floor up. So then you have like a big wide dome and then a couple little taller, like slightly taller silos on the side. I think that would look cool. All the fluffy wamblers. Oh dear. I wonder what's going on. Okay. I think we've made progress. We've made a plan, right? That's more than we've had up until now. Who got injured? Did you get injured? The doctor got injured by a llama. The doctor had their finger injured while gelding a llama, bruising the bone. We never really made traction benches or anything. We do have a second doctor, so our caravan fixer is fixing the doctor. That's good. Okay. I think we are good. I think we're good. I think we're good. I have a vision. I have a vision. Maybe a little far off, but we'll get there. What's gonna be interesting? So this has not been a very combat-heavy fort, right? We haven't been invaded. The goblins have not found us. The goblins don't even know that we're here or care that we're here. So we have not given any thought to defenses. And I think that's going to continue. And I think that's going to be interesting because the siege update is like next week, right? I don't know if either A, the siege update itself, or B, us attracting more people, because if we're successful, like ideally what's going to happen here is we're going to make some places that are attractive for visitors, a nice library, a nice tavern, a nice church. Going to attract more people. Maybe some of those people become residents. Maybe some of those people become citizens. Maybe our fortress becomes more valuable and more populated. Maybe that attracts the goblins' attention. I know that's like 5 maybes in a row, but if everything works, we may attract attention from the goblins, which could be interesting. What if our first encounter with a siege update is in a fortress that we give literally no mind to defense? We'll find out, huh? We'll play it as it goes. But I think we have a plan for now. I think we have a construction that will be interesting. Not quite going to be the sauna that I want. But I think we might incorporate magma in some way. Maybe we'll have like little, just little 1 square pools of magma in the floor of our bigger rooms, just for heat, just for warmth, right? It won't make steam or anything, but it could be there. It could be there for heating people up, which, I don't know, might be important. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. Today's episode is brought to you by stars. There's a couple. And by viewers like you, clicking on buttons down there, hanging out live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord, all that good stuff. I appreciate you coming by. Come by for Saturday. We're gonna play something. I haven't decided yet. Come by Monday and Thursday of next week, and we're gonna continue in Dwarf Fortress from right here. Monday is the day of the release day. So we probably won't be playing the new patch on Monday because we've been playing with DF Hack. But on Thursday, by Thursday, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a DF Hack update for the Siege update. So that's exciting. So come by for that. Yeah, that's me. That's it. It's exciting. It is very exciting. I'm very excited. I am excited in the medium term. So in the short term, we're at this fortress. I want to conclude whatever happens at this fortress, even if it's tragedy. I want to conclude it. And then I think the next thing we're going to do is return to Leopard Bins and see how our labyrinth fares with the siege update. Because we built the defenses of Leopard Bins before knowing what this siege update was going to be. So I'm really curious what that is going to be like. That's in the medium term. That's in the medium term. So yeah, come by for that. Come by for more. I hope you have a good rest of your week. I hope you have a good weekend. And I hope you stay kind.